Well, welcome aboard. I'm Captain Jake, and we're back to finish up the tutorial on B-17, Queen of the Skies. Last time we were here, we left off with one rudder hit and going into turn 7. So that's where we're going to pick up. And I rearranged and flipped it to the opposite side. I think that will work out a little bit better for me, but we'll have to wait and see. Because I'm right-handed, I like to be able to write over here. So I'll move this just a tad. I have this black thing down because I'm getting a real bad reflection. So hopefully everybody can see everything. Looks like a little bit of a reflection up in the upper left as we look at it here. But we will continue on. So here we go. Okay. This is turn 7. Well, I can set this down now. Cool, that even work. Okay, we roll. This is a target flak, anti-aircraft fire. Roll 1 dice on table O2 flak over the target to determine how heavy the German flak is over the target. Alright, so I don't need that, so I don't know why I put that out there. We won't be rolling anything. So, oh well. We roll a 4, so let's just go to table O2. Okay, here we go. Flak over the target. 4 is a medium flak. So, that's what we're going to note. Let's see. Medium flak. All right. Alright, now we roll 2 dice 3 times as indicated on table O3. Okay, it says roll 2 dice 3 times under the appropriate column. So today we have medium. So, according to this over here, determine if flak hits the B-17. 5 is a miss. 7 is a hit. 8 is a miss. The B-17 has taken 1 flak hit. Then we have to go to the 07, the effect of the flak hits over here, which is table 04. The effect of the flak hits. To determine the effect of each flak hit, we roll, and the flak hit is equivalent to 1 shell hit. Okay? So we roll, let's see, 4. And apparently we rolled a 7, which is 1 hit. Oh, burst inside the airplane. That's not good. Roll once in table O to determine the section of the plane affected by the burst and see rules for effect of burst in plane. Okay. For each shell hit, roll once on table O5 to determine the section of the B-17 damage. So that kind of tells us that we're going to go up here. So let's make sure we roll 2 dice on table O5, area affected by flak, to determine where the flak shells hit the B-17. They roll a 6, which is, make sure port wing. Record the port wing hit in the hits section of the mission charts. So let's see, where's my hits? Hits section. Damage, no, hits. I guess we'll put hit here. We have, what does it say? Okay, port wing. Port wing. Okay. Move that up just a little bit. And in the hit notes section of the MC, roll 2 dice on table BL1. Now let's see, what does this say? After finding an effective area, go to the table for the area to determine the damage done there. So we are in the port wing. So we would go to R1, that's waist, tail section, nose, Bombay, radio, nose. Nope, so far nothing there. And okay, BL1 is the wings. Okay? To determine the damage to the port wing by the flak hit. So, roll, let's see here, what does it say? 12. So 12, we hit a landing gear, roll 1 dice, 1 through 3 equals breaks out, 4, 5, or 6 equals landing gear inoperative. Roll a 4, which would be landing gear inoperable. Note that the landing gear is inoperable in the damage section of the MC, and circle the -3 box in the row land of landing modifiers. So damage, we have landing gear. So we're landing, not. So we go landing gear, 1 hit, and we come over here, landing modifiers, and let's see, what does it say here? Yep, and circle the -3 box in the row land, -3 box. In the row land of the landing modifiers section. Okay, I guess we'll put it says circle the -3. I guess -3. Don't see where that is. So let's go over here to our example and see what it's got. Okay, it automatically goes to a -3. I gotcha. Okay. So let's see what it says. It says landing gear inoperable. We go to notes I. Note I, if the landing gear on either or both sides is inoperable, landing roll on table G9 is a -3. Okay, so we know for sure that we're going to need a -3. That's why we put a -3 there. Excuse me, so the notes are pretty darn important here. So, alright, so then it says roll 1D on table M4 to determine fighter cover defense. No, wait a minute, that's turn 7. That's entered. Whoops, I think I skipped something. Yes, I did. Sorry. So we put it's right here, -3. So I'm right there. Okay, turn 5, bomb run. Turn 8. 8, turn 5, it says, roll 1D on table 06, bomb run. So let's find our table 06, which I don't mind rolling the dice. I was watching a video earlier today where there was a lot of dice rolling, and the reviewer trashed the game. So that's okay. I don't mind the rolls. And I like to just take my time. I'm in not a rush. I don't have to get this done in one episode. So let's go here. It says, on the bomb run, to determine whether the bombs land on or off target. So bomb run, roll 1 dice. And we rolled a 5, which is on target. A B-17 hit by flak over target equals 4. Okay, so that's a -1 by flak. Oh, medium flak, -1. So that would be a -1, which gives us a 4, which is still on target. Okay, it says here, the Bombardier on the roll 1, add 1 to the die roll. If a B-17 hit by flak over target, subtract 1 from the die roll. Okay, perfect. So it's on target. So now we flip over, roll 2 dice on table 07. Here it is, bombing accuracy. The bombing accuracy to determine the percentage of the bombs hitting within 1,000 feet of the aiming point. So we roll a 9. And let's see, what is this? On target, off target. To get even some of them in there, you have to roll 2, 3, 11, or 10. So, but we're on target, and we rolled a 9, which is 20%. So we note the 20% on the bomb run over here. So 20%. Okay. And bomb run completes turn 5 in the outward leg of the mission. Oh, Right, outward leg of the mission. The B-17 counter remains in Zone 5, but is rotated to point towards England. So going back, taking my guys home. Okay, there is no fighter cover in this zone. Roll for German fighter waves on table B2, Zone 5. I'm just wondering, is there? It really would be nice if they had a sheet that tells us the order. Maybe it doesn't in the rule somewhere, but we gotta be nice if we had a table or a chart that literally gave us the items that you need to do. What's it called? I won't say order of battle. It's I can't remember, darn it. It's the sequence of events. Yeah, turn sequence. There we go. Okay, there's no fighter cover. Okay, so we go to B2. Number of German fighters in the designated target zone. We roll one die on table B2. Zone 5 is the target zone. Okay, let's see if I win. Okay, in designated target zone. Okay, there we go. We roll a 4, which is 4. 4 or bad weather over the target zone, subtract 1. 4 or bad weather over the target, subtract 1 from this die. We'll go to table B3. Now they had no fighter cover over here, but the target zone, I don't see where we need to. We roll one dice and go to A. Subtract 1. 4 or bad weather over the target. Subtract 1 from this roll. Okay, well, it says it's 4B. Go to table B3, which is one wave. So we roll on table B3 here. We'll roll 5 and 4, which is a 54, which comes down here, 54. Ooh, we get 4 109s. 12 o'clock low, 12 o'clock level, 12 o'clock high, and 9 o'clock high. Record 54 on the MC and place the 4 109 cards on the map board in their attacking positions. All right, it says roll 9. Okay, it says record 54 on the 54. This must be out. Zone 5, so 54. Okay. So now we're going to place some cards here. So move this over since I don't really need it. These are Falk Wolves. Here's 109. And we got a 109 at low, 12 o'clock low, which is off the board. That's 110, 190. Here's an ME-109. We have 12 o'clock level, which is here. It's another Falk Wolf. Another Falk Wolf. And Falk Wolf up, ME-109. And the next one is 12 o'clock high. And then, last but not least, ME-109. 9, it's the, 9 o'clock high. So, we put that one right there. Okay, now we've got all those cards placed. Wow. We got some fighters coming in. Now it says, examine table M1, here we go, to find out which guns bear on these fighters. Allocate the fire of the gun by placing the gun markers on the target as follows. It says placing the gun markers. Oh, okay. I was wondering what those gun markers were for. Okay. Okay, that's to remember. Okay, so we got the low, we got the ball turret. So we come over here and get the ball turret. There we go. Ball turret here. And I'm trying to think, you may not see that. It may just be too far off, but that's okay. Then we have the level. We have the nose and tail. Tail, guns must wait to attack. See, okay. So we have the nose and the tail guns. So let's go to nose. Here's the tail. And this is which one? This is the level one. So let's just go here. We have 12 o'clock level. We have the, we could do the top, but we're already firing at that one. So the top turret nose, and we know that when he goes through, we can we'll shoot him again, which will be the tail. All right, nose. Here. Yes, it was. That's the tail and the nose. Yeah. Okay, so we got the tail and the nose shooting at that one. At the one at 12 o'clock high is the top turret, of course. I'll put that one there. Top turret MGs, check. And then the 109 at 9 o'clock, we just have the port waist. Okay, very beautiful. Okay, there we go. Now we got our markers down. Mark off one ammo box for each gun on the MC, except for the tail gun, which we'll fire later. So we mark off here, and top turret again. Okay, what do we have here? Ball turret. We'll just make sure we got the nose, which we marked off. Tail, which we'll mark off later. Top turret, which we just did, and then the, oh, I put port cheek. Wrong. That would be the port waist. So he's shooting port waist. That's the first time the waist has shot. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Roll 1D on table M1 for each gun firing now. Ball turret. So we go over here. What's the table for each gun? Roll one die for each gun. Okay. Roll needed on one die to hit. Okay. And let's see. A roll of 6 is always hit. If the roll is a hit, go to table M2. An ace, what does that say? An ace gunner with 5 kills gets a better odd. Okay, roll need on one die to hit. So we have one. Okay, we have the ball turret, right? So the first one, we're going to go to ball turret, which is the low one. It needs to roll a 6. So we roll a 4. No go. Okay, so the ball turret's fired. So I guess we can take that one off. Then the nose and tail guns. The nose gun, which is level, nose, needs a 6. And we know it misses, so we'll put that one over here. And the tail, we'll get it later. Then we roll for the top turret, which was a 1, which is also a miss. And then the port waist rolls a 1, which is also a miss. So we just go to the, 9 o'clock level. No, 9 o'clock high. Yeah, 9 o'clock high. So 9 o'clock high. 9 high. Port waist needs a 6. So not good. He would have been better off with the top turret, because that would have been 4, 5, or 6. Oh, as for 110, for 109, it would have been, or 190, 5 or 6, which is still better than that one. So we missed. Now it says, regardless of, okay, let's see what does it say. Regardless, I put that over the mic, so if you haven't heard anything a little bit, it's because I covered up the mic. Sorry about that. All right, so we roll one die on table M3, which is German offensive fighter. Okay. We roll for the Me-109 for 12 o'clock low. We got 1 hit. Okay, this would be 12 o'clock high, level, low. Got a hit. At 12 o'clock level, rolls a 1 level. Okay, low rolls a 1, which is a miss. Okay, don't remove from play yet. The fighter is the target of the tail gun's passing attack. Okay, correct. Then we roll for the high, which is a miss, and the that can't be right because I guess we roll twice because we have 2 guns on the top turn. Miss from miss. Okay, it says here hits, miss. Don't remove yet. Me-109, 12 o'clock high. 2 is a miss. Removed from play. Okay, yeah. If he misses, he's out. Okay, and at 12 o'clock high, he gets. No, wait a minute. That's 12 o'clock high. What am I doing? No. Oh, 9 o'clock high. I'm sorry. 9 o'clock high, we got a hit. So we leave him there. Okay, so now we roll 2 die on table B4. Once for each of the 2 Me-109s which hit the B-17 to determine how many shells have hit. So, now B4. Where is P? G. Alright, where did my B4 go? Make sure it's not up here. No. Alright, nope. P, nope. Well, right here in my hand, B4. Okay, shells hit by area. We roll 1 on, let's roll 2 die on table B4 once for each of the 2 Me-109s that which hit the 17 to determine how many shells hit. The low one, let's see, B4. Yeah, he rolls a, that is, we'll make sure that I get it right, it is low. 12, 130, 9, 6, vertical, I guess vertical climb. Shells hit by area, roll 2 die per successful attacking fighter. B, after you determine the number of shells, the 17 text, go to table B5 to find out where the shells hit. Okay. So, we have the first one, which is the low. He rolls the 6. And we already know it's a 6, which is 2 hits. Okay. And then the high is, he rolls the 6. I'm sorry, he rolled a 4, which was 2. Wait a minute. What does it say here? Me-109, 12 o'clock low. You roll at 6 o'clock. Where is high and low? That doesn't make any sense. We're rolling, because that's saying roll 2 die per successful attacking fighter. B. Have to determine the number of shell hits B-17, go to the table B5 to find out. So it says Me-109, 12 o'clock low. We roll a 4, which would be 2 hits. The table says 3, because that's a vertical climb. He's low. That's the way I'm writing it. Here's level, 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 and this is vertical, and well, we'll find out. Now, Me-109 from high, which is here, rolls a 6, which is 1 hit. So I'm obviously doing something wrong. 2 successful attacking fighters. If the attacking fighter is an FW, multiply the number of shell hits. If the fighters add 1 to the number, after you determine the number of shells, 17 takes. Well, if we do vertical climb and vertical dive, for this is climb for the low, and the dive for the high. So that's what we'll do. Okay, record on the MC under hit notes 2 hits, 12 low, notes, let's see, 2 hits, 12 low, and then also 2 hits, 9 high. Okay, we've done that. Okay, record the MC under, okay, we did roll 2 die in table B5. Okay, let's find table B5. Here we go. Okay, table B5. For each of the 4 hits to determine which area of the B-17 was hit. 12 low. We have 2 hits, so we roll, let's see, roll 2 die on table for each of the 4 hits to determine which, okay, we got 4 rolls. So the first one for the 12 low, we roll a 6, which is low, which is, it says nose. And 7, roll the next one, which is Bombay. Okay. 9 high, and high is waist, it says. And 9. Attack from 9 high, sorry. 9 high. We roll a 9, which is radio room, and 7, which is tail. Tail, record on the MC under hit notes. Nose, BB. Okay, so we have hit notes. We have, we'll write this down. We have nose. Yeah, all right, where are they hit? We hit that. Bombay, R, radio room, and tail. Okay, so there's where the 4 hit. Okay, roll 2 die on table E1. All right, P1. For the nose. Okay, so for the nose, we roll on table T1, the nose compartment. 6 equals Bombardier. Roll for wound on table B1-4. Determine wound 5. Okay, it says Bombardier. Roll 1 die on table B4 to determine the wound. 5. The Bombardier was seriously wounded. So, let's see. Bombardier, serious wound. Record that MC that the Bombardier is seriously wounded. Bombardier is serious wound. And then on the marker, put a serious wound marker. Cross out the note for nose. Yeah, so we know that we've done the nose. Okay. Now we roll on P. Let's go to the next one, which is Bombay, which is here. And we roll a 4, and that is rubber rafts. It says rafts unusable. Roll on table G10, which is a -6. Okay. So we got rubber rafts. Plane lands water. Roll on table G10 is -6. G10, really? Now let's find G and see what the heck that's. G's on that side. No. And G. Okay. Roll on G10. Landing on this. Okay. And it says CG10 notes. Landing on water, okay. Well, crew safe, landing on water, crew lost 2, 3, and 4 through 12, crew rescued. What happens? Okay, that's cool. Roll for under damaged notes that rubber rafts were destroyed. So damaged notes, rubber rafts. Okay. Roll and record on MC that the die roll for landing on water is -6. Cross out the note BB on the MC. Okay, BB, there's got to be a -6 for that bad boy. Yikes! I don't think I like that. Okay. Then we roll on P, let's see, what do we have? Radio room, so let's find the radio room. Nose, pilot, radio room, okay. So we roll two die per shell hit on the radio room. 6, got the radio operator roll for wound on table B1. He rolls a 2 for a light wound. Mark the radio operator as light wounded. Crew placement board, cross out the note for RR. Okay, RR. Radio operator light wound. And let's come over here and grab this. And now we're getting shot up. Radio operator light wound. Okay. Roll again for to determine tail damage. Tail. Which is, yes, that was tail. To determine tail. So we have radio room, bomb bay, pilot compartment, waist, tail section. Alright, so we roll table P6, and they got a 7, which is rudder. Rudder takes 1 hit. With 3 hits, rudder is inoperable. Landing roll on table G9 or G10 -1. So that's our second hit on the rudder. Alright. Okay. Record cross up. Mark off 1 box of ammo for the tail guns. 1 box of ammo for the tail. Okay. Roll 1D according to Rules 9 section for the tail guns. Passing shot at ammo 109. 2 is a miss. Okay. Now where? Okay. Roll 1 die. Tail guns, passing shots. Okay. What do we have here? Offensive damage hit against German fighter defense, spray fire. Roll once for each fighter. That's optional. No. So we have is it the high guy? Yes, it's the high guy. Okay. Mark off 1 box. Roll 1 die according to Rule 9.2 for the tail guns. Passing shot, damn on 109 at 12 o'clock level. Okay, now that's the level one, that's right. Level. And let's see, 9, what does it say? 22. Okay, no fighter company zone roll for German. It says Rule section 9.2. So let's take a look at 9.2 here. And where is 9.2? 9.2. Accordingly, tail guns may be allocated to any fighter attacking from the 10, 12, whether high or low. However, this defensive fire is not resolved until all other defensive fire and all German offensive fire is resolved. Thus, the target fighter could be shot down or the tail gun themselves be knocked out before the tail gunner gets a chance to fire. No ammunition is marked off unless the tail gun actually shoots. Tail gun firing in this manner must roll a 6 to hit, regardless of the position. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It's got to be a 6. And we roll a 2, which is a miss. Now we roll 2 die twice on B6 to determine successful attack positions. All right, what does it say? Miss. That fighter, okay, miss. This fighter is now removed from play since it failed to score a hit. All right, so put this fighter is out of here, okay? Okay, it says roll 2 die on table B6 to determine successful attack positions for the 2 Me-110s which hit the B-17. 6 equals 1030 and level, and 7 is 12 o'clock high are cards in these positions. Okay, because they hit, they come back again. So I put that here, put that there, and we rolled on table B6 it says. So let's just find B6 so that we can say that we've seen it. B5, B7, B6. Successful attacks roll 2 die for each fighter. So we rolled a 6, which is 1030 level. So let's move these. So 1030 level right here. Okay. And then the next roll was a 7, which is 12 o'clock high. And that's another heavy one. We'll just leave him here. 12 o'clock high. Okay. Allocate the defensive fire according to table M1. The M109 is level port cheek and tail guns. The wait to fire again. So we go to port cheek here and the tail. Okay. Nose, okay. Me-109 is high. Top turret. Nose guns can't fire because the Bombardier is seriously wounded during this attack and the navigator is firing the cheek gun. Place MG markers on the target and mark off ammo for the guns firing. So this is top turret. Question. Is top turret getting 2 marked off or just 1? I don't know. Mark off 1 and port cheek. That's his first one. Alright. I don't know if that is the case. Let's see here. I think I rolled twice, which would make a roll. Okay, so we'll mark off the ammo and MC. Roll 1 die on table M1. Okay, here's M1. Port cheek rolls a 1. So let's go to 1030 level, port cheek. Add via 6. Missed. So port cheek is fired. Missed, waiting on the tail. And the top turret high, what do we have here? 12 o'clock high. Low, 12 o'clock high, top turret. Can't be the nose. Has to roll a 6 and roll a 3, so that's a miss. Roll 1D on table M3 for each of the attacking fighters. Okay. On M1. Oh, M2, right? That says here, it says roll 1 die on table M1 for each fighter. Miss. On table M3, German fighter. Okay, so he is at 12 o'clock high. Let's see, 7 equals 1 hit, so we have level M3. He rolls whatever he rolls. He got a hit, and 12 o'clock got a miss, removed from play. All right, so this one missed, that one hit, he's removed from play. He'll be removed from play because they'll only do 2 successful attacks. Or, okay, resolve the attack from the fighter at 1030. Roll 2D on B4. All right, B4. How many shells? 1030. He rolled a B4. He rolls a 7, which is 1 hit. So we have 1 hit, 10, 30 level. I don't know how to mark it otherwise. Let's see, where am I? 1 hit, okay. Roll 2D on B5. So we go to B5. This is attack from 1030. And he is level. So he rolls a 10, which is superficial damage. No effect. The fighter hit has no effect. Cross out the note here. All right. Mark off 1 tail gun ammo box. Yep. Just 1 ammo box. Okay. Roll 1 die according to the rules. Yes, B6. Okay, the passing shot at the Me-109. Tail shoots at him as he goes through, and he rolls a 6. He gets a hit. Then we roll one die on table M2. So we go to M2 here. Damage against the German fighter. So you roll one die for each hit result from table M1. So we got one hit. Okay. So we roll here, and let's see, roll one die on table M2. 2 plus 1 twin gun bonus equals 3. So level was a 6, which was a hit. Yes. So come over here. It says twin guns ball on top turns tail guns. Add 1 to the die roll except against falcons. Well, that's not. So we rolled a 2. We add the 1, which makes it a 3. Fighter damage and breaks off after attack -2. So fighter breaks off. That is -2. Okay, twin guns. The fighter is removed from play. If not hit by the tail guns, this fighter would have returned for a second successful attack. Oh, that's right. First attack. Okay, it's 3 attacks. The fighter ends attack for turn 6. Okay. We do have a -2 here. Breaks off. I don't know what that's for. I guess that's for something else. Okay. This cue moves into zone 4. All right, let's go to zone 4. Here we go. Heading back. So all of that was just there. Zone 4, we roll 1D on table 5 to determine fighter cover. 5, good cover. Good cover. Record good cover on the MC in zone 4 under back. Let's see, where is this? Fighter cover. Fighter waves out and back. Then we have zone 4. Oh, back. Here we go. Zone 4. We have good. That's what we recorded. That's a good. Roll 1D on table B1. Number of German fighter waves in non-designated target zones. All right, so we roll on the B1 to determine the fighter waves. We had roll a 4, -1, because we have, I guess we have -1 because of that. Fighter waves, 4 minus 1 equals 3. 3. Go to 1 wave, go to table B3, attacking fighter waves. Okay. 52 under zone 4, so 52. In the MC, and place 2 Me-110 fighters in the attack positions. Okay, so we'll come over here, grab us some 110s. There's one. And where's another? Nope. I like the way they do this. Except for I'm going to have these all sorted out so I can find them easier later. Okay, so we 2 empty, 6 level and 9 low. Okay, 6 level, 9 o'clock low. Okay, which is off the map. Okay, low. All right. Roll 1 die in table E, M4 to determine fighter cover defense. Okay, roll 1 die in table M4. Here we go. Fighter cover defense. We have good cover. We roll. Note, the first number is the number of fighters driven off by the initial attack phase. The number in parentheses is the number of fighters driven off in successive attack phases. Okay, so the first number, and we roll a 4, which is 2-1. Since the result means 2 fighters were driven off from the initial attack and 1 fighter from each successful attack, since the wave consists of only 2 fighters, the wave attack is over. Cross out note 5-2 in the MC. Yep. Okay, that's over because we fighter cover ran them off. Great. Okay, that's good. All right. Crew movement can now take place with no penalty according to rules. The seriously wounded bombardier is moved to the radio room. The radio operator moves to the nose to operate the cheek or nose guns. Okay. So let's take serious wound, but move him to the radio room. He's going to move up there. He's going to be up there helping. He's going to be laying there, not dying, hopefully. All right, next. Okay, well, we'll finish this up. Yeah, we'll finish this up today. Good. Okay, move the crew counters to new position. Miss Q has safely passed through Zone 4 and now entered Zone 3. Getting closer to getting home. Here we go. Roll 1D on table G5 for fighter cover. Okay, it always starts off with G5, fighter cover. Well, we know how to look them up, so we'll just read them. G5, fighter cover. 6, good cover. Record good cover on the MC here, so this is good again. We roll on table B1 to determine German fighter waves. We roll 4 minus 1, which is 3, one wave. Roll 2 die on B3 to determine the size and position of the waves. 6 and 1, 61 equals 109 vertical dive D. Okay, that's vertical dive, okay. 109, okay. Directly on top of the 17 report, 61. All right, directly on top, 61 here, okay. Okay, directly on top of that report's okay. Well, we need to look at the notes, so we're going to have to go to it anyway, I guess. On B3, okay, right? B3 determined 61, vertical dive, directly on top of 17, report 61. According to note D, only the top turret or radio room guns may fire at this fighter. Both must roll a 6 to hit. This fighter may not be driven off by fighter cover. Okay. Damn it. Okay. This cue's good. Fighter cover has no effect. Only the radio room and top gunners may fire, so we'll find the top turrets. He can fire. Nobody in the radio room, he can't fire because there's nobody there. Well, he's wounded. Only the top turret may fire, and according to rule, we must roll a 6 to hit. Mark off 1 box of ammo for the top turret and roll. Top turrets. Cross that one more off. And we roll a 4, which is a miss. So B3, shells hit, randomly that's stable. Defensive fire. It's vertical dive. Vertical dive or climb. See instructions in table B3. Alright, B3. Alright, well, gotta roll a 6. So we roll a 4, we miss. Okay, so now we're back to M3. German fighter attack. 4. Vertical climb. Vertical dive. Okay. Fighter is 6. And he rolls a 4. So that's a miss. And the fighter gets removed from play. Yes. No more damage. Sweet. Okay. So now it passes safely through Zone 3 and we're in Zone 2. Over the English Channel, ported toward England. Roll 1 dice on table G5. Let's see here. G5. Okay. G5. Fighter cover. Here we go. Missions 1 through 5 are automatically good. Oh. Good fighter cover. Oh, good. I can deal with that. We roll 1 die. And we get a 2, which is poor. So we put the P there, where they all went to. Okay, we roll 4 cover in the Zone 2 under back. Roll 1D1 on table B1 to determine German fighter attacking. Okay, number of non-designated, B1. We roll, why is it -3 now? Oh, no, -1. I don't know why it's -3. 3 minus 3 equals 0. No German fighters attack. 1 on 3. Fighters driven off by over 17. Fighter formation, roll it again. Hey, let's see. Can't fire at this fighter nor may be driven off. Alright, well, I'm not sure when we get -3 unless it's something to do with this. That's -3. Do not know. Okay. Well, we enter zone 1. Okay, MSQ enters zone 1 and placed on the 8th Air Force Base. Okay, well, zone 1. There we go. Landed back there. Roll 2D on table O1 to determine the weather conditions. Okay, we checked the weather before, now we're checking it again. Weather. Now it says -1 for some reason up there. Alright, bad weather, poor weather, both poor and bad weather cause -1 on table B2. Roll on B1 to determine weather conditions, which is 10, which is weather over base, which is good. Okay, so we write good here. Then we roll 2D2 on table G9 to resolve miscued landing. Okay. And we roll under G9. Okay, landing. And it says CG10 notes. What is the G10 notes? Landing on water. Okay. Landing gear, no landing gear, not repairable. Okay, roll 2 dice on table G9 to resolve miscued landing. We roll a 7, which is crew and B-17 safe. -3, which is here, which is still let's see, 7 minus 3 is 4, so we still end up with crew safe. Post-mission debriefing. It says, roll 1D according to note B on BI4. Okay. Wounds. Okay. Affected crew member. Okay. Note. A second light wound results in gunners, mailmen, and fighters with a roll of 6. Bombardier loses his 11th mission bonus, and the bomb run roll on table is -1. Pilot and co-pilot lose their bonus. Okay, so after landing, roll 1D for each seriously wounded crew member to survive. Okay, so we roll for the Bombardier, which had the serious wound. We roll a 1, which is, let's see, wounds. Light wound, no. That's wounds. Now, what is it? We just go to that? Note B on BI4. After landing, roll 1 die for each seriously wounded crew member. 1 equals rapid recovery. May fly in the next minutes. 2 to 5 recovery, but may not fly any more missions. 6 equals wounds failed, crewman dies. Oh, bummer. So we rolled a 1, so we get rapid recovery. Record the mission bomb percentage on the composite mission record. So if we were doing this, we'll pull this over real quick. So we would name composite, the name of the B-17, the city and target. Bomb run was 20%. Bombardier is still good. Navigator, pilot, co-pilot, engineer, radio, ball, everybody. So, let's see, on the composite mission record, also record the Me-110 kill credited to the tail gunner. Oh, I must have missed that one. Since the bomb run was on target and miscue returned not irreparable damage, the mission is considered a victory. Okay, well, so there. We record all that stuff there. So here's what we would have. This is what it would look like. We have Paris, 20%, and all of these guys. And then this guy, the ball turret, see it says ball turret, got an Me-110. And this says to the tail gunner. Okay, well, tail gunner is back here. So they didn't put it in the right spot. So that's what we would do. So he would have one kill. Now, let's take a look at the two charts. We've got miscue, we've got 11. This bomber is 1. That's a 1. Paris, industry, middle. And we were 54, 52, 61. Oh, yeah, cross that off. So we were 56 here. I didn't write that down. 56, 44, 32. Okay. Bombardier, rapid recovery. Okay, lightning ball gunner. See, now it says ball gunner. We're going to go tail gunner. He got the ME. So rudder hits 2. Landing gear out. Rubber rafts destroyed. Okay. And we got good 20%. F, G, and P. P, G, and G. Okay. Water would have been a -6, which I didn't know that either. So that's a -3. So let's see. 3. Port cheek 1. We got 1 starboard cheek. Top turret is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Radio none. Ball turret 2. Port waist 1. And tail 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So pretty darn close to what they had. And we get our bombardier, whoever that would be back, and he gets a light wound. So we'll get all these guys back, fly the next mission. So I'm guessing, because still learning this, when we come back next week and try our very first mission, we'll probably only get like half of it in, maybe a quarter of it in, because we want to make sure that we do it correctly. And I'm not one of them guys that just rushes through and says, hey, we're done. I take my time, I do this, and I play these games to enjoy them, not to prove how fast I can get through them. So, but that will be it for today. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please do so. And I'm at 600, trying to get to 700. So, again, thanks to all the subscribers. You're much appreciated. Without you, I would probably still do this, but I would prefer to have somebody enjoy it. That's the reason why I really do it. So, for now, I'm Captain Jake, wishing you fair winds and following seas. Until next time.